There are exactly 1 trillion side quests in Skyrim. You can trust me, I counted. Of all these many side quests, there's one that I've never done, and that's the main story. I decided that enough was enough. I want to beat Skyrim, but because of my severe brain rot, I knew the only way I'd pull it off is if I beat the whole game in one go. So, can I beat Skyrim in one stream? Let's get one thing straight before we even start. The current world record for the main quest of Skyrim is approximately 21 minutes at the time of writing this script. This is not a speedrun. I am not a speedrunner. I just want to beat the game as quickly as I possibly can. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the run. The game begins with homage to the opening of Goat Simulator 3.
Hey, you're finally awake!
I decided to go with an Orc Dragonborn for the Berserker Rage ability to increase my damage output in sticky situations. As an additional stipulation for this challenge, I banned myself from using bows as my default playstyle is Stealth Archer and this run was all about breaking the mold. I'm nearly executed right off the bat, but thankfully I'm saved by Alduin your mom. I pick the color red and make my way through the first dungeon, hacking and slashing all the true sons of Skyrim into tiny little bite-sized pieces. Elbozos. Afterwards, I choose the Warrior Stone and make my way to Riverwood as fast as my orc legs can take me, stopping only to appreciate the local fauna. Oh, it was a rabbit. Don't worry. We figured it out. From Riverwood, I make a beeline for Whiterun to alert the Jarl about the dragon attack. After our chat, he tells me to speak with the local nerd. As I made my way over, I decided to clean out my inventory, a decision that would have dire consequences.
Go ahead, fill him
You
in
shouldn't
with
leave
Oh.
weapons laying around. Someone could get hurt.
Wow, he's actually upset at me for littering.
Someone,
Shut up, nerd. The nerd tells me to go collect some rock for him, so after a jolly jaunt to Bleak Falls Barrows, I'm tackling my first dungeon of the run. I easily dispatch the bandits inhabiting the place and make my way towards the spider room. I killed the spider, then cut down Orville the Swift to save myself the chore of chasing him later on. Alright, here we go. Perfect. I did nothing wrong there. Bone break fever isn't real, you're crazy. Look at that. Could a guy with bone break fever do that? I fought my way through the rest of the dungeon and briefly struggled with the puzzle before I busted into the century old tomb and claimed the Dragonstone from the pale gamer who was sleeping with it. I returned to Whiterun to speak with the local nerd once more. Our conversation, however, is rudely interrupted by the girl from James Cameron's Avatar. She tells me to go kill a dragon. So I do. Well, kinda. I can't believe that guy got mad at me earlier for leaving all those swords around. Do I have another one? Yeah. What are you gonna do about it, bozo? Since I'm rushing through the game, I'm somewhat underleveled for this encounter. As a matter of fact, going forward, I'm somewhat underleveled for every encounter. Fret not, as it's nothing a little cheese can't solve. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we might... Oh, wait, can I rest? Does that heal me? Yes, let's go. W. I just took a quick nap, recharged, rejuvenated. Let's kill this thing. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. One sick finishing move, and a few naps later, we claim our first Dragon Soul, and everyone is totally stoked on me.
I can't believe it. You're dragon.
What? Guys, we're Dragonborn. Let's go. Especially Jarl Balgriff, who assigns me my very own housecarl. Let's do it.
Lead the
We're
way.
taking Lydia. My next stop was High Hrothgar, situated conveniently on one of the highest peaks in the land. To make the trek easier, I decided to borrow a horse from these generous Stormcloak soldiers and ride my new steed all the way to the top. Let's go. I can't be stopped? I'm a menace? It's okay because they're Stormcloaks? After an enthralling conversation / shout tutorial that lasts way too long, we're on our way to retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. I fought my way through the dungeon and solved its ancient puzzles, but as I went to claim my prize, I discovered that somebody had beaten me to it. Okay. I guess we're doing this now. One quick trip to Riverwood and a double homicide later, I discover who stole my shit. Ah, so you took my shit. She returned my horn, but before I can leave, I get caught up in her problems. In return for making my life harder, I steal a bunch of her stuff before reluctantly agreeing to go kill another dragon. I quickly return the horn and spend another hour in the slowest cutscene in gaming history before getting back on track. With my eyes on the prize, I meet up with Delphine and prepare to kick some scale. The big baddie pulls up speaking absolute nonsense, so I ignore him and slay his homie. Yeah, bitch! With Delphine now totally stoked on me as well, she tells me the history of Bethesda's mid-tier mobile game and then directs my attention to the Thalmor embassy. I'm tasked with breaking in and finding out more information about whatever is going on in the plot of this game. After arriving, I encourage a local alcoholic to cause a scene, giving me a chance to slip away, and the guard spotted me. Alright, I guess it's on. Well, this wasn't meant to be a stealth run anyway. With a thick coat of Thalmor blood now covering my sword, I break into the prison area and interrogate the poor guy chained to the wall. Talking to him updates my quest marker, so I decide to make good on my escape. Oh, wait, it needs a key? Well, what's a few more Thalmor anyways? With the espionage taken care of, I return to Delphine, who directs me to her contact in Riften. After some quick quid pro quo, we're given the location of the old dude we're looking for and head into the Ratway. I find Esbern and tell him the passphrase. He then decides to take his sweet time opening the goddamn door. Open the fucking door! He agrees to meet with Delphine, and we fight our way out of the Ratway and head to Riverwood. Esbern and Delphine have a touch of reunion, and then I receive my next objective, Skyhaven Temple. I skip the Blood Dragon fight and make my way inside. A few simple puzzles and a blood offering later, I'm face to face with Alduin's Wall, and more importantly, a much needed gear upgrade. After another lengthy history lesson, I discover I'll need to ask the Greybeards about a shout to kill Alduin, your mom. Arngeir tells me he doesn't know the shout, but that I can go ask Super Parthenax bros. So I go to meet the bestest dragon, but he tells me to learn the shout, I'll need an Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Roll credits. I ask Esbern where I can find such an artifact, and he tells me to go ask some dude at the College of Winterhold. The dude from the college tells me to go talk to some crazy guy named after the cartilage that separates the nose into two chambers. Just when it seems this goose chase is hopeless, nose cartilage actually has some useful information. I make my way over to the Oftland Glacial Ruins and fight my way down to the deepest depths. This is the part of the run where my level deficit starts to become a nuisance. I get my shit rocked a few times before deciding to just run past as many of the enemies as I can. After finally reaching the contraption, I press some buttons randomly until the Elder Scroll pops out. I collect it without issue and return to Mario. I get some deja vu, learn the shout, and have a boss fight, which I nearly complete first try. No! Damn it! I spoke too soon. Eventually, I finish the fight. The only thing dragon is my nuts across his face. Parthenax tells me I need to trap a dragon in Whiterun, but when I ask Balgruuf, he doesn't think it's a good idea, what with the Civil War going on and whatnot. With no other option, I'm left with a single choice. It's time to get into politics. So, I go convincing the leaders of the major factions to meet for a really boring cutscene. Once everyone arrives, me, being the completely unbiased party that I am, overwhelmingly side with the Imperials. Yeah, that's right, bow to my judgment, bitch. With the blue guys completely screwed over, and the worst section of this game finally finished, I prepared for the home stretch. I head back to Whiterun to give Balgruuf the good news. And by good news, I of course mean I got the go-ahead to lure a dragon into his keep. I call the dragon and start the fight to subdue him, during which I receive a letter. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's something I'm supposed to deliver.
Can you believe this fucking guy? A letter from the Jarl. After mail time, I successfully trap the dragon and convince him to take me to Skaldafn. Once there, I run inside and fight my way to the puzzle room. It took me way too long to figure out, but once I finally had that stupid gate down, nothing could stop me from entering Sovngarde. Absolutely nothing. Oh, fuck. It'll probably be fine. As it turns out, you need to kill a dragon priest before proceeding through the portal. I didn't know this at the time, so I made no preparations for this fight. Being as underleveled as I was, and with all the other enemies outside, I stood absolutely no chance against these insurmountable odds. It was getting late. Time was running out. I had to think of something. And fast. Then, it clicked. Okay, maybe we do it like this. If I took out an enemy outside, I could run over to the interior door and wait inside for my health to refill. Then I could go back outside and take another fight at full health. Was it a bit cheesy? Yes. But did it work? Absolutely. Before long, I had cleared out all the other enemies. It was just me and the Dragon Priest. 1v1. It took a few more tries, but eventually I felled the priest and entered Sovngarde, the final stop in our journey. I made my way over to Soon, who absolutely slammed me, forcing me to completely reset the area, wasting a painful amount of time. After taking the fight a little slower, I best Soon, and he allows me to access the Hall of Valor. I went inside, recruited the heroes of Sovngarde, and prepared for the final battle. Together, we took the fight to Alduin and stopped the eldest dragon once and for all, successfully beating Skyrim in one stream. Thank you all so much for watching. As you may have guessed, this entire session was recorded live on my Twitch. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. If you made it this far, please also consider giving the video a like or leaving a comment if you have an idea for another run. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.